and EP uses Global Vista or Global Online. And so if you decide to switch payroll companies, more often than not, you're going to also have to switch the accounting software, which does, of course, become an issue. And a lot of these corporate people have grown fond of certain accounting software, and they don't want to break that relationship. They want to keep it because it makes, they've trained their staff over in-house on this accounting software and maybe not MediaWeb or Global Vista. And they don't want to have to switch everything up.
Mm-hmm. So the accounting software that Cast and Crew offers, for example, or an EP offers, one of them will talk to the studio level, corporate level accounting system, but the other may not. Is that kind of is that what I mean?
Yeah. So when let's use Amazon for example. I use MediaWeb, which is a media services product, and it, of course, the payroll is so easily uploaded that I can print paychecks from the office. And I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to do a conversion of the file if I were to use a different payroll company and a different software. And so, you're cutting in and out. What was that? Oh, you're still cutting in and out. Can you hear me now? Oh, you're choppy.
How about now?
Oh, there you are.
Perfect. Okay, this is better.
There.
So at Amazon, for example, you wouldn't be, if you were to switch, Amazon's internal systems don't have the ability to talk to a Cast and Crew, for example.
Yeah, it would have to be I know at Amazon they've trained a lot of their staff to work on MediaWeb stuff. And they like the way that reports look because each accounting software generates reports differently and the look is different. So you're also having to look in different areas and it's a little bit harder, right? So what Amazon likes is if everyone uses MediaWeb, which not every production company does, but they would like it, that majority of them use MediaWeb because when I send over reports to them, they can easily throw that Excel spreadsheet that I've sent over to them into a combined show ledger with other shows. And it's easy and quick and they don't have to reconfigure it. But if I were to do that, if someone's file was the PSL file and mine was a MediaWeb, they would then have to do a conversion, which would take a lot longer and becomes more of a headache, and then they end up having to hire more people. So it's a little bit more of an overhead cost for them.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've heard is, when you think about most of these businesses, they're all doing basically the same thing, and what differentiates them is, service is important. But I've also heard that the software that each of them provide is very different.
Yes.
Would you say that one of them is better than the other, or how would you categorize that?
Well, there's two different classes. So you have the cloud-based software and then the desktop databases.
Mm-hmm.
So MediaWeb is completely cloud-based. And Cast and Crew and EP you have to download the file onto your desktop and then you open up the accounting software from the desktop.
Mm-hmm.
So the advantages of that is that it's a lot more stable, less crashing. You can generate reports a lot faster. And with the cloud-based system software that Media Services uses, it's there's a lot of glitches. I'm having to call software support on a weekly basis because, hey, this didn't post, and it was probably because there was a bad internet connection at that point in time. So it does honestly create, I would say, at least 20% more work for me when I'm having to generate reports, because sometimes I'll click, generate a report, and it takes a very long time, and then it glitches. So that's the one issue. Now, the thing is, though, MediaWeb, their interface is a lot easier to use. It's very easy, cut and paste. Everything is just tabs that you can it's so much user-friendly versus Global Vista and PSL, which are very archaic looking. They look like the very first, DOS or, the very first Excel that you've ever seen. They are so, I don't know if you've ever seen like PSL before.
No.
But it is